This week in country music history, we're heading down to the riverbanks with Alan Jackson's Chattahoochee, where it gets hotter than What started as a song about growing up near a Georgia river became one of the biggest country hits of the 90s. Welcome back to CMA's This Week in Country Music History. It was July 17th, 1993, when Chattahoochee claimed the #1 spot on the Billboard Country chart. Before Chattahoochee became a chart-topping hit, it started as a simple idea between Alan Jackson and songwriter Jim McBride. The Chattahoochee River runs through Georgia, not far from where Jackson grew up, and it served as a backdrop for many of the experiences that shaped his youth. But the song was never meant to be a geography lesson. At its heart, it was about growing up. The adventures, the friendships, the mistakes, and those first moments of freedom that seem larger than life when you're young. Regardless of where you grew up, there's always been something about his songs that feel a little bit like home. Alan Jackson was already earning the reputation as one of country music's greatest storytellers. Rather than chasing trends, Jackson leaned into the specifics of what he knew. His sense of authenticity became one of the song's greatest strengths. Surprisingly, not everyone was convinced it would work. Jackson later revealed that he had to fight his record label to release Chattahoochee as a single, because some executives were worried listeners wouldn't understand the title or the reference. Even Waylon Jennings reportedly asked, "What the hell is a Chattahoochee?" But Jackson trusted the song, and country fans would soon prove him right. There was no denying the connection fans had with Chattahoochee. It was released as the third single from his album, A Lot About Livin' and a Little About Love. The track spent 4 weeks at #1 on the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart. It also crossed over to the Billboard Hot 100, peaking at number 46. And it didn't take long for the awards to start coming in. At the 1993 CMA Awards, Chattahoochee earned Single of the Year and eventually earned a 3x platinum certification from the RIAA. What began as a personal reflection on growing up had become one of the signature songs of the 90s. Of course, the song's story doesn't end with the music. Its music video became nearly as famous as the record itself. That masterpiece won the 1993 CMA Music Video of the Year. There were no Hollywood stunt doubles here. That was Alan himself carving wigs and rocking Levi's. Decades later, those iconic torn jeans and that very water ski he rode now rest in the Country Music Hall of Fame. For Alan Jackson, Chattahoochee became one of those songs that takes on a life of its own. The song continues to echo through country music, carried forward by every crowd that still sings along word for word. That's This Week in Country Music History. Join us next week as we trade the riverbanks of Georgia for the bright lights of Hollywood.